Alright.
Well, here is starting build for Rogue and Shadowblade, you backstabbing bastards. In my opinion, both of these classes should be built the same to maximize their potential. My perfect Rogue with whom I played the first time was actually Shadowblade, but wielding 2 daggers. That way you'll maximize your damage and you'll still have those beautiful polymorph abilities like Chameleon Cloak and Chicken Claw that synergize very well with the build. So this works both ways, for Shadowblade and for Rogue. What I would do is this. Put all the points into Finesse for both of them. 1 point into Scoundrel and 1 point into Polymorph. Then you can add here, if you want, 1 more point into Constitution or 1 more point into Finesse. Up to you. And I would focus throughout the first region on Finesse only. Throughout the first region I'd leave Polymorph at 1. And I would put 1 more point into Scoundrel to have 2 points. That way you'll be able to use all the skill books that you can get that are from Scoundrel tree. Warfare should be your primary stat to boost. So put maximum amount of points throughout the first region to Warfare. And as I said, 2 into Scoundrel, 1 into Polymorph. From this selection of skills I'd go for Backlash, Chicken Claw and Chameleon Cloak. This Shadowblade preset is extremely good. You'll be dealing with enemies' physical armor easily with the Rogue, and that way Chicken Claw will help you tremendously. Backlash is one of the most important skills for Rogue because you'll jump over the enemy, and that means you'll be backstabbing them immediately and you'll be in a position to backstab them further. That's why I believe this is one of the best, if not the best ability for a Rogue. Chameleon Cloak complements the build nicely, so when you're in trouble, just go into invisibility and no one will target you. Chicken Claw, well, I don't need to explain that further, is the best skill in the game. Later on throughout the region, try to get skill book that gives you adrenaline. This is very useful. Don't go for Glass Cannon. I did play with Glass Cannon for the whole game on Tactician in my first playthrough with Rogue, and sometimes it worked great, other times it worked like crap. If I could remove enemies' physical armor in first turn with Glass Cannon Rogue, then I would be able to use Chicken Claw immediately. When you Chicken Claw an enemy during the first turn, that is huge. One enemy is completely out of action, but as I said, you have adrenaline for that. That's why you don't need Glass Cannon. Chloroform is a skill that is resisted by magic armor, therefore it's good in mixed damage group. If you're focused on physical damage, then Chloroform is completely useless for you. Throwing knives are cool because they can backstab, and you can also dish that damage from afar if you are not able to move in for the kill. From Polymorph, I'd just stick with these throughout the game, really. When you get to Skin Graft, you can use that to refresh Backlash, and Chicken Claw, that's about it. Really, the only 2 abilities that I've used on my Shadowblade were Chameleon Cloak and Chicken Claw. Use 2 daggers. No reason not to use 2 daggers. Your offhand with Sucker Punch is not as good as you wielding 2 daggers. From talents, good talent is the Pawn that will permit you 1 action point worth of free movement per turn, which means you'll be able to get behind an enemy easily. If you put throughout the game or through gear 1 point into Huntsman, you also have Duck Duck Goose. This can be extremely useful. Tactical Retreat can also be used from Huntsman tree, that way you'll have more mobility. But the ones that I would choose are either the Pawn or Executioner. They are incompatible with each other, so go for either of these 2. Stench is extremely useful on Rogue. Opportunist as well. Opportunist is a must. You need to put Opportunist throughout the game. your choice when. The sooner the better. And that's it for the first region, really. Those are my recommended talents. Well, nothing needs to be added anymore to Rogue and Shadowblade. As I said, they should be built the same. That's the only way how you can maximize Rogue. Thank you all for watching. More videos coming soon.
Toodaloo, motherfucker!